Hello and welcome to day 4 of 24 recipes until Christmas. Today we're making Bacalhau com natas, which basically translates to codfish with cream. It is a codfish that's fried with onions and garlic, little potato that we will be frying as well, and then covered with a bechamel sauce and baked in the oven. It is super creamy and very popular in Portugal during the Christmas season. So, enough chit chat, let's get into it. Bora cozinhar. For this recipe, you're gonna need some potatoes. I'm using russet potatoes, baking potatoes that I've cut into 1-inch pieces, and we will be frying them in the air fryer. We're also gonna need codfish. And for the codfish, I like to use the ends of it because we're gonna be breaking the codfish apart, so we don't need like beautiful big pieces. We're also gonna need onion that I've cut into thin slices, garlic that's also been laminated, of course bay leaf, some breadcrumbs that we're gonna use it to top with before it goes in the oven, lemon for our bechamel sauce, of course olive oil, salt and pepper, a bit of nutmeg, and milk. The milk we're going to use to make the bechamel sauce. You're probably thinking, but Claudia, you said it was bacalhau com natas, which is, natas is like whipping cream. Where's the whipping cream? Well, just because it says bacalhau com natas doesn't mean that we use whipping cream to cook it with. We're going to do a bechamel sauce with milk, and that is going to be our cream base for this dish. So, we're gonna get going. First, we're gonna start off by cooking our codfish, and we're gonna do so using the milk that we're gonna then use to make the bechamel sauce. So here I have a liter of milk, and I'm gonna add in 2 bay leaves, cover it, and bring it to a boil. So while we wait for our milk to boil, I am soaking our potatoes for about 15 to 20 minutes in cold water. And before that, I just rinsed them out a few times until the water was clear. And now we're gonna let them sit for 20 minutes in ice cold water. And this is gonna help ensure that they're nice and crispy when we go to fry them in the air fryer. So our milk is starting to simmer, and I'm going to add in our codfish. And now we're gonna wait for it to come up to a boil again. Then we're gonna cover it and turn off the stove and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. So now that the milk has come to a boil, I'm gonna cover it and turn on the stove and wait 10 to 15 minutes and then check on it. So while we wait for the cod, we can get started on everything else. I'm gonna start by preheating my air fryer and draining out the potatoes. And usually I like to use my salad spinner to get them really dry and then use a towel to dry them further. So we're waiting on our codfish, and we're preheating our air fryer, and now we're gonna get started on sauteing our onions, the garlic, and that's it. So let's get into it. When the pan is hot, we can add in our onions that we've cut into thin slices, half moons. Our onions are getting a nice caramel color. And now I'm going to add in the garlic and the bay leaf, just to flavor it all. I'm also going to add in a pinch of salt. And I'm going to let that go just for maybe another minute or so, just to cook the garlic. Okay, we are done. I'm turning it off. So it has been about 10 minutes. and our codfish should be done. Let's check on that. So the codfish should be flaky, which it is. You can tell it's flaky. So I'm gonna take it out. And we're gonna reserve the milk to make the bechamel sauce. Cod, we need to, I'm gonna wait for it to cool a little bit, and then we need to take it apart and remove the bones. We're gonna get started on the bechamel sauce. I'm just using a small saucepan, and to that I'm gonna add some butter. So once our butter is completely melted, we're gonna add in the flour, and we want to cook the flour, and this is gonna thicken, and we just wanna cook it. And now slowly we're gonna add in our milk. We're also gonna add in a bit of nutmeg. And I like to add in a bit of ground pepper as well. And it should start to thicken right away. And once it has thickened, we're gonna add in our lemon juice. And now it's a good idea to taste it just to make sure we don't need to add any salt. My guess is that we probably don't. And our bechamel is ready, nice and thick and ready to go. We can turn it off. So now that the cod has cooled, I am just taking it apart and just putting it into the pan where we have our onions and garlic. And I'm just making sure that I'm taking out all the bones. So now that we have all our ingredients ready, we have the codfish with the onions and garlic here, our fries, this is our breadcrumbs to go on top, and our bechamel sauce. Let's assemble. So I also have the oven preheating at 350. It's actually just done. And now we're gonna start assembling our bacalhau com natas. So at the bottom, we want to start off with just a bit of the bechamel sauce. So we're going to do a bit of the bechamel, a bit of the cod, and now some of the fries, and now the remaining of the cod or of the fries. And now the bechamel. And now we're going to top it off with the breadcrumbs. So now in the oven it goes for about 25 to 30 minutes just to get the top nice and brown. Our codfish is out of the oven and it looks stunning. So now comes the most difficult part of it all. Let's have a taste. Now I could have made it in a smaller dish so you get a bit more height, but I think just like this is perfect too. So now comes the most difficult part, the tasting. That's perfect. The onions are nice and caramelized and have that, which adds that great taste. And the bechamel came out perfect. Such a creamy and tasty codfish dish that comes together so easy. And I highly recommend for your Christmas Eve dinner to make this codfish. It's very popular in Portugal to make bacalhau com natas for Christmas Eve dinner. So let me know if you make it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell because I will be posting a recipe every day in the month of December until December 24th, and you don't want to miss any of them. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you again soon.